All right. Well, this morning I'm truly honored that we have not just one state senator, but we have 3 state senators here with us this morning. We have the Senate Majority Leader, Gloria Romero. We have Senator Dean Flores. And we have Senator Tom Torlakson. And these senators understand that cutting funding to public education is not acceptable. And they are here to show that classrooms do indeed come first. So, I'm extremely honored to introduce to you our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Senator Dean Flores. Thank you, Dean Flores. I'm not sure if this is working, but we'll try it.
Hi, guys. You doing okay?
Yeah!
You want classrooms to come first?
Yeah!
You want classrooms to come first?
Yeah!
Can I hear you say that? Classrooms first. Come on. Classrooms first. Classrooms first. Classrooms first. Classrooms first. Louder. Classrooms first. Classrooms first. Okay, all right. Give yourselves a hand. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Can you hear me better? Okay, okay. Well, look, my little girl's in school right now. She couldn't be here. She's in 2nd grade. How many of you guys are in 2nd grade? All right. The 2nd graders. Let's give them a hand, everybody. Everybody knows the Central Valley. Everyone knows the Central Valley, and your parents are the hardest working people in California. Don't you agree? So we want to make sure that the governor of the state of California knows where the hardest working people in California are. And that's right here in our valley in Madera, don't you think? Yeah. And you know, the governor said something the other day about small towns yesterday, that he was trying to figure out if we in small towns have ever seen an airport. Have you guys seen an airport? Yeah. Have you ever seen a big highway? Has the governor ever seen your school? No. Right, so we've seen a lot, but it's time for him to see a lot, right? It's time for the governor to know that the small schools in the Central Valley, the schools that are in Madera and in Fresno and in Bakersfield and in Hanford, we're just as important as any other school in California, don't you think? And I think that we've seen a lot, but it's time for the governor to see a lot. Don't you agree? Yeah! Okay, so we have some wonderful speakers here. I'm going to introduce them all. And I really want to thank my 2 very esteemed colleagues from California, Senator Torlakson and Senator Romero. Let's give them another hand. They're from those big urban areas, but they came to see you, because they want to know what they can do to make sure our small towns in the Central Valley have a fair shake in this budget. I want to thank them. Stand up and thank them and clap your hands for our senators, Senator Romero and Senator Torlakson. Okay. I knew you guys wanted to stretch. You feel better now? Okay. Okay, let's have, if we could, Pastor Merrill Richardson, who has a grandchild here. So, Pastor, you want to come say a few words? Let's give him a hand, everyone.
My name is Pastor Merle Richardson. I'm a grandparent. My granddaughter's here. I am a former community college instructor. Again, I also serve for my denomination. I've been appointed for the state and also national, again, working with education, public education. I'd like to say today here that I've just completed serving 2 years on the board, again, for the Bond Oversight Committee for, again, Madera Unified School District, again. And this citizens of this committee has been very supportive, again, to pass this bond to build more schools in Madera. As a taxpayer and also as a person in this community, I would hope we would use wisdom, again, in the decision-making, again, making progress, again, to make sure that our kids, again, in the future, get a good education. My main point today is very clear that 36 or 38 students in the classroom is not acceptable, and we'd like to make this here change again to make sure there's less students in our classrooms again. I've been in class in the school with my granddaughter, and we see it again. There's no teachers' aides here at the school at all, so we just want to say that as we look at the budget and go to the future, we know there's a budget crisis again. When the final decision is made, we would hope again on behalf of the students that we look at the students in the classroom again to have less students in the classroom. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Okay, if we could now have probably the best speakers in the state of California. You want to hear them? Yeah. Do you know who they are? No. Okay, you're about to hear them. One of them is going to be a state senator. The other is going to be a Hollywood movie star. I think the last one is probably going to be a principal at a school. So let's have Tristan Guerra. Where's Tristan? Come on up. And Sierra Lancaster. Where's Sierra? Angela Moran. Angela. And Lainey Brewer. Let's give them a hand. They're all going to say a couple of words, okay? First, let's give a hand for Tristan.
Hi, my name is Tristan Guerra. I am in Mrs. Rollins' 3rd grade class. Madera Unified has to cut $9 million from our budget. We are going to lose programs that helps us learn, people who helps us at school, and classes will be too huge. As students, we deserve every opportunity to learn, but we need your help to keep our funding. My friends would like to tell you about some of these opportunities.
Hello, my name is Angelica Moran, and I would like to talk about a wonderful and beneficial tutorial called Success Maker. Success Maker is a program for students to learn more math and language arts on the computer. You can work at your own pace and at different levels. Plus, it's very engaging and students can have fun too. Success Maker helps you comprehend what you're reading and greatly improves your math skills. We work about 20 minutes in each subject. I believe every 3rd grader as well as every 4th grader should have the opportunity to work on this wonderful program. Please don't take away our money or we will lose this program. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lainey Brewer. I would like to ask for your help in keeping our classes small. We only have 18 students, and next year we are going to have 36 students. It's going to be harder to learn because some kids don't come to school to learn. Our teachers are going to have to yell a lot. The teacher will have to go home because his or her voice will be gone. Also, that's a lot of work for one teacher. Please don't take away our money. We need to keep our classes small. Hi, my name is Sierra Lancaster. I am in 3rd grade. I am here today to talk about why I believe that vice principals should not have to work at 2 schools. They won't be able to attend assemblies or activities at both schools. They will have to work extra hard. Plus, Mr. Schwartz or the principal at the other school will have to do both jobs. That's why I believe they should not make vice principals work at 2 schools. Please help us keep our vice principals and our money. Thank you.
Good job. Good job. Let's give them a hand. Let's give them a hand, everybody, again. Let's give them a hand. Good job.
Hello, boys and girls. My name's Renee Marshall. I drive for Madera Elementary, but I'm sure I've driven all of you at least to some sport or field trip to the Metropolitan Museum or something. I'm here to represent transportation, but I also represent our community. These cuts will devastate our community as well as other communities. I drive students daily. I see students boarding the bus when their parents are rushing off to work. Children that don't have parents, they don't get to see their parents on the way to school bus stops. Their parents are already gone sometimes. We really need these services for our kids. And my analogy, you get what you give. My analogy is, if you give from the bottom, like a fountain, if you give to the bottom, you get something beautiful coming from the top. You have to give to the children. You have to give to the children. If we don't educate our children, the gangs will. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out gang violence is on the rise. And if we don't provide safe environments, school, education to prevent this, the gangs will be their educators. So we need to step it up and have the governor recognize that these children need our support because they are our future. And to me, these are all my children. My community children are my children. Thank you very much.
And we're going to have Robert Poitras, who's a manager of the bank here, and his wife is a teacher here as well, say a few words. Please give him a hand.
Thank you, everybody, for being here, and thank you, students, for being here. I know that you're only here to hear these speeches, otherwise you'd be at home. So thank you. I'd just like to mention that my interests in the community are multifaceted, and depending on the hat I wear, I have slightly different but related perspectives. I know I'm probably, in my world, I use a lot of big words, so sorry about that. But as a city councilman, I'm also in the Madera City Council. I desire a strong economic base that provides diverse job opportunities and one that generates significant revenues needed to build a better town, a better community. As a small business owner, I wish for a vibrant economy that generates the need for industrial and agricultural hardware. And finally, as a banker, a low unemployment rate and an educated workforce translates into increased need for financial services and also the ability to pay back loans. So what are the foundational elements for a strong community and economy? First of all, it's government policy that supports capitalistic and free market principles. A government policy that keeps taxes low. It's a government policy that leads the way in the development of infrastructure, including transportation and increasing water storage. And finally, what I'm here today to talk about is building a strong and quality educational system that provides graduates who can fill job opportunities and perform in an excellent manner. In order to maintain and improve our schools and educational opportunities, we must at a minimum maintain current funding for schools and certainly not entertain proposed cuts in education. Without an outstanding educational system that is literally the cornerstone of our state, California will decline in terms of quality of life and the highly competitive position we have in the international economy. Certainly, there's always room for improvement in the educational arena, and we need to also aggressively seek ways to accomplish that, as money is only part of the picture. One way would be to allow a measure of categorical funding the mandated funding to return to the local districts so that we can properly allocate these funds in ways that will improve education on a local level with local discretion. As brilliant as our friends in Sacramento may be, there is no substitute for local knowledge. We are the ones most vested in the local educational process and therefore have the most interest in dispersing funds in the areas that are most needed. There is simply no one-size-fits-all approach to school funding. I'm strongly endorsing efforts by our state senators to avoid cuts to education in this year's budget and return categorical funds to local school districts so we may strengthen a primary economic foundation, the education of our children, and by doing so improve the life for us all. In conclusion, I appreciate the efforts of our senators and their interest in our community's quality of education, and I am confident that these senators will work closely with our local elected state senators, Denham and Cogdill, as well as Assemblymen Valines and Berryhill, to achieve legislation accelerating excellence in education in Madera. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's have, if we could, our superintendent, Larry Reisinger, please come up. Thank you, Senator. You got it. Thank you.
Well, good morning, boys and girls and staff.
Good morning.
It's getting kind of hot out here, so we're not going to keep you too much longer. But let me just tell you that Pershing School, as you all know, is a model school. We have some outstanding staff and teachers here that make it a model school. But who's the most important ingredient that we have to talk about? It's about you, the students. And we heard from the students this morning. Regardless of what we do in Sacramento or what we do at the district office, what happens in the classroom is the most important component of where we need to be focused. And we know that. On behalf of the Board of Education and the administration, the message here is simple. Don't cut education. We need the educational finances to remain in order for us to be able to be a vibrant community and for each of you to be able to be productive citizens as you grow up. Message is simple. Don't cut educational funding. And we are going to do all we can to maintain the funding that we have and to increase the funding as we move forward. All of you are partners in this. The students, the teachers, the community members, and our elected legislators and our elected school board members and other elected officials. We intend to send our message loud and clear to all of our elected officials, and I know that they will hear it. Everybody, regardless of party affiliation, has to believe that education is the most important component in our state budget. And I believe all of you feel that way as well. So support us in making this message loud and clear. Let me hear it, boys and girls. Don't cut education. Is that the right message? Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, you guys ready to hear from our senators?
Yeah!
Okay, everybody that likes to ride a bike, stand up right now. Okay, who likes to ride a bike? Okay, now raise your hand too so I can see you. Okay, I want to introduce you to not only a champion and a fighter for education in Sacramento, but our best bike rider in Sacramento, and that is our Senator Tom Torlakson. Please give him a hand.
Thank you. And we have to point out that your great senator, who is the clearest, loudest voice for this valley, for this neighborhood and community, Dean Flores, is a champion for you for health, for children's health, and for our schools. And he's also a marathon man. He just completed the Los Angeles Marathon, and he's the fastest, most endurance guy in the whole legislature. So let's hear it again for your great senator here, Dean Flores. And congratulations. I feel the enthusiasm, the energy, the animo of this great group of students here. And the messages they have are the messages for California, for the leaders of California. And I congratulate the students who spoke so eloquently, future senators, yes, and the teachers and the classified employees, and you, the parents. Let's hear it for them. Let's say, congratulations, way to go. Go Panthers. Go Panthers. Let's say go Panthers, everybody. Okay. I am a former teacher at a school that had the Panthers as our mascot. So as a math and science teacher, I just want to spend a couple of seconds on math. Most of you like math? Pretty good? Yes, that's good. Math is very important. Well, beyond the debate of new math or old math is the terrible math of this budget. The governor wants to cut $5 billion out of the budget. That would be devastating. And we heard what it will do to class sizes, laying off thousands and thousands and thousands of teachers. The governor's own commission and the state's own commission on education excellence just said that we need to add $11 billion, not subtract $5 billion. So the math of this budget is terrible, and we together can overcome that. The senators here represent you in saying no to these cuts. Don't suspend Prop 98 and keep our schools whole all the way. We have high hopes for you. How many of you have big dreams? Raise your hand. How many of you want to see classrooms come first? Let's hear it. Yes, classrooms first. And how many of you want to save our schools? Let's say it. Yes, yes. Okay, the Senate stands with you in going against the bad math and saying we need to invest in the future, talking to your school board members and your superintendent. The other thing is preparing for the workforce. So for the community out there, the parents and the businesses in this area. We want to support career education in your schools and not have it cut back too. Let's finish with this. Go Panthers. Go Panthers.
Go Panthers!
Thank you. Dean Flores, the marathon man. Back to the mic.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Senator Torlakson. Okay, how many of you guys think girls rock? If you do, stand up. Let's see you. Girls rock. All right. Hey, okay, all right. Sit down. You stretch a little bit. I want to introduce you. And listen, girls and boys. I want to introduce you to the highest ranking woman in the California Senate. She's our boss, too, just to let you know that. She is making sure that we as senators are doing the right thing for education. And she's leading the charge for our senators because she's the highest ranking woman majority leader in California in our history. So you have history in front of you, so let me introduce my good friend and colleague, Senator Gloria Romero.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
Now let me tell you, my little girl didn't come today either because she's in college right now. And how many of you want to go to college one day? I want everybody to raise their hand. Good for us. Good for us. Because you know what? In order for us to get to college, we can't let the governor cut our budget for our schools, right?
Yes.
I represent East Los Angeles in the California State Senate. And I will tell you that up and down the state of California, whether we're in Los Angeles, we've been in San Diego, we've been in San Jose, we're here in Madera today. And I will tell you, there are children in 2nd grade and 3rd grade and 6th grade who want to go to college. And that's why up and down California, everybody is getting together with parents and teachers and superintendents and saying, please, Mr. Governor, don't cut our dreams. We want to go to college. We want to be scientists and engineers and doctors and nurses. And yeah, maybe somebody's going to be a governor one day of California. You're going to be governor. Good for you. Start working it right now. So we're going to join with you to make sure we have books and we have classrooms and we've got bus drivers and we've got this beautiful school that just opened just last year. And we don't want to see it closed, do we? No. Okay, so we have our work cut out for us. Is everybody prepared to do your homework? Write a letter to the governor? Does everybody promise to write a letter to the governor? Good for us. And we're going to say, don't cut education, right?
Yes.
Okay, one last thing if I can say, because I'm going to say this not only in English, but I'm going to say a few words in Spanish as well, okay? Porque hablamos en español también. También, ¿no? Yo soy la senadora Gloria Romero del este de Los Ángeles y este es el año de educación. This is the year of education. Y nosotros no vamos a permitir el gobernador abandonar a los estudiantes aquí en esta escuela. We're not going to let the governor abandon the students in our school. Porque nosotros estamos aquí hoy día, no venderemos el futuro de nuestros estudiantes. Estos recortes van a destruir las escuelas públicas. The cuts will damage our schools. Y no podemos continuar pidiéndoles a nuestros estudiantes y a nuestras escuelas que hagan más trabajo con menos recursos. Hay más de 6 millones de estudiantes en California y ellos tienen sueños. Nosotros quieren mirar promesa, dignidad en las escuelas. Ellos quieren mirar el respeto también Ellos tienen sueños de ir a colegio y nosotros vamos a luchar. We are going to fight to tell the governor, no, señor gobernador, do not cut our dreams, do not cut our path to the University of California and beyond. So in English or in Spanish, it doesn't matter. The message is the same. Education matters, classrooms come first, and our students are worth the investment of education today. Muchísimas gracias, many thanks. You have a beautiful school and keep your dreams soaring. Gracias.
Okay, let's give a hand to Steve Miller from CTA. Everybody clap. Sue Thornton. Our supervisors, Max Rodriguez and Sally Frazier. Everyone, hey, thank you so much for being here. This is really important because you know what? You know when the governor is going to see your school? He's going to see it tonight on the television, for all those television. Look at those guys right here in front of you. So let's give them a hand for sending the message to the governor. And all of you need to watch television tonight so you can see what the governor is going to see tomorrow, because small towns do exist. We're here, we work hard. And you know, how are you guys going to pass your test without your teachers? How are you going to pass your test without your principals? How are you going to pass your test without the classrooms being clean and the buses being driven every single day? It's important to pass tests, right? Yes. And so we have to have the support from the governor to pass the test, right? Yes. So you know what? I think the governor should pass a test. I think the governor, don't you think the governor should pass the exit exam too? Yes. And you know what? If he had to take that test, he would make sure that we're funded the way we're supposed to be funded and that your teachers are doing everything they can do. And I want to thank you. You guys have been the greatest audience ever. And we're so proud of you. Everybody, study, go to school, and as Senator Romero said, write those letters to the governor. Thank you so much. And let's give a hand to everyone standing here. Okay, everybody, before we go, classrooms first. Come on. Classrooms first. Classrooms first. For the second graders. Third graders. Fourth graders. All right. Thank you, guys. You guys go to class now, okay?